Welcome, everyone. My name is Adriana, and I come to you from Black Travelers International. And if you are looking for more information about our 2027 trip to Ghana, Togo, and Benin, then you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and begin. A little bit about Black Travelers International if you're new to us. We are a woman-owned uh, travel company. And we are founded in 2021. Since then, we have been in over 25 destinations all over the world. We have people from the US as well as the Caribbean, Asia, Europe, Africa, and other places all over that do join us in our destination countries to be able to travel with us. And we specialize in group travel. We are also licensed and insured. A little bit about Ghana, Togo, and Benin. Three countries, one unbroken thread of history, culture, and belonging. This journey moves through West Africa with intention, from the ancestral weight of Cape Coast and Elmina to the sacred traditions of Ouidah to the quiet wonder of John Bay rising from the water. Accra's energy gives way to Benin's royal histories and Lomé's coastal charm, each destination adding a new layer to a story that has always been yours. Curated for women who travel with purpose, this is with Africa's without compromise. So why Ghana, Togo, and Benin? You get three countries in one journey. You get history where you can stand inside. You'll be able to explore destinations that most travelers never get a chance to reach, and it's built for women who travel with intention. We will be visiting Ghana, Togo, and Benin in October 22nd through November 2nd of 2027. We have our trip includes a 11-night hotel accommodations in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. That does include a 5-night hotel accommodation at the Labadee Beach Hotel or similar, 2 nights at the Lemon Beach Resort or similar, 3 nights at the Sofitel Cotonou Marina Hotel or Spa and similar, and 1 night at the Hotel to Favre or similar. That does include a daily breakfast, 4 lunches, and 3 dinners, as well as our welcome reception that's on the very first night. And that does also include a traditional Ghanaian dinner. So there you'll be able to begin your journey with black and gold as our themed attire. And that signature dinner on the first night does blend fine cuisine, celebration, and sisterhood. Some of our highlights include the Accra City Tour, the Asin Manso Ancestral Slave River Tour, where we'll visit one of the fine points of departure for enslaved Africans before the coast. We'll also visit the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, where we'll explore the life and vision of one of Africa's most influential leaders. We'll also visit the W.E.B. Du Bois Center, where we'll honor the life and legacy of a Pan-African visionary who chose Ghana as his home. We'll also visit the Elmina Castle and Door of No Return ceremony, where we'll honor the resilience and legacy of generations past. We'll also experience the Ouidah Heritage experience where we will explore one of West Africa's most important spiritual and historical destinations. We'll take a tour of the Sacred Forest and Temple of Pythons. We'll also be on the route of the enslaved and Door of No Return Memorial, where we'll follow the powerful path of remembrance and reflection. We'll also take a tour of Lomé, where we'll explore markets, shop with local artisans, and then we'll have our farewell gala celebration, and that'll be on our last night, where we'll conclude our tour with music, fine dining, and a celebration of sisterhood. We do have a tentative itinerary. Our finalized itinerary will be delivered to our travelers 30 to 60 days before the trip. And though that finalized itinerary will include dates and times of when specifically we'll be meeting for these tours. So on day one, we'll have our welcome to Ghana. On day two, we'll explore the heart of Ghana, where we'll visit the Independence Arch, the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, and the W.E.B. Du Bois Center. On day three, we will embark on culture, creativity, and connection, where we will do some shopping at the Art Center. On day four, we'll have the journey to Cape Coast, where we'll visit the Asin Monso Ancestral Slave River. On day five, we'll explore ancestral reflection, where we will visit Elmina Castle, and we'll also have an opportunity for community engagement, where we'll be able to give back to the community with a volunteer opportunity. And we'll find out what that volunteer opportunity is as we get closer to the date. The reason for that is it does depend on the need at the time. So we'll present that information via email. On day six, we'll have our return to Accra, where we will do our tour of the Cape Coast Castle. On day seven will be a leisure and luxury day, where that'll be a free day for you. You'll have the option to take part in a spa experience or have do some shopping. And then on day eight, and you can also rest on that day as well. On day eight, we do return to Cotonou, and that'll be where we'll do Ghana to Benin. We'll travel Ghana to Benin, and we'll also do a tour of the Amazon statue. On day nine, we will visit the Royal Kingdoms, and that's where we will tour the Sacred Forest, Route of the Enslaved, Door of the No Return Memorial. And then day 10, we will travel from Benin to Togo, and that's where we will be in Lomé. And we'll visit the Grand Market. We'll do some shopping at the Artisan Village, give back to the local vendors, and we'll also visit the beach in Lomé. On day 11, we will return to Benin with a morning boat ride on Lake Togo. We'll return to Lomé for lunch, and we will continue to Cotonou, Benin. On day 12, we will make sure that we share numbers and ways to connect with our sisters on this trip. And that's where we will fly home on day 12. So please keep in mind that this is a 12-day, 11-night trip. Our tour route will start in Accra and end in Cotonou in Benin. So it will start in Accra, then we will travel to Cape Coast in Ghana, then back to Accra, then to Cotonou, then to Lomé, then back to Cotonou. So let's talk about some of the things that are included. This trip does include an 11-night hotel accommodations in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. It does include a daily breakfast, 4 lunches, and 3 dinners. It does include also our welcome reception and traditional Ghanaian dinner, an Accra city tour, the Kwame Nkrumah National Park, I'm sorry, my mistake, Memorial Park, the W.E.B. Du Bois Center, a visit to the Elmina Castle and Door of No Return ceremony, an elegant all-white dinner celebration, an exploration of the Ouidah heritage experience, the Sacred Forest, the Route of the Enslaved and Door of No Return Memorial, an exploration of the Lomé cultural experience, a tour of the Amazon statue, the royal palaces of Abomey, daily water, and English speaking guide on all of our tours. What's not included in this trip are any of the meals that we did not include. Alcoholic beverages are also not included. Personal expenses for souvenirs, or anything that you choose to purchase while you're there. Any required COVID testing or immunization costs. Travel insurance, gratuities, if you choose to tip the waiters or any cab drivers or taxi drivers. Visa fees are not included, as well as the cost of any additional excursions that were not included in our package. So we did mention, for example, the spa day, which is not included, but we can provide you for the cost of that. Or any additional excursions are at an additional cost. So we'll let you know of those, what those costs will be as we get closer to the trip. And as well as your international and domestic flights to and from your home country to the trip. So we will meet in Accra and fly out of Cotonou. So your flight to and from your home country, wherever you're coming from and flying into Ghana is not included. But any transportation in within those locations will be included. So the transportation from Accra to Lomé to Cotonou, those are included. Let's talk arrival and departure. So as we mentioned, you will fly into Accra, airport code ACC, on October 22nd, 2027, and we do ask if you can arrive by 3 p.m. local time. And then when you're going home, you'll fly out of the Cotonou International Airport. That airport code is COO, and that'll be on November 2nd. So when you are looking to book your flight, please make sure that you're arriving on October 22nd and leaving on November 2nd, because these destinations, depending on where you're coming from, may be hours away of a travel day. So you want to make sure that you land on the 22nd on the day that you arrive. This trip does come with a double and single occupancy. So for double occupancy, it's $69.50 per person. For single occupancy, it is $87.50 per person. Your deposit amount and final payment due are based on the payment plan that you select at checkout. And yes, we do offer payment plan options. You do have the option to pay in full, but if you would like to choose a payment plan option, we will provide you with the amount of months that you can choose from. Once you select an amount, then it will tell you the dates and how much is due on that list there. We do have a special perk with our membership. And that is we do have a special perk with Black travelers, and that is our membership. What you'll unlock is a travel savings of $200 off any one trip per calendar year. And this discount is only for future reservations, not any past trips. So if you were interested in using this, our membership as a way to get some savings for this trip to Togo, Ghana, and Benin, then what you can do is you can become a member, and then you will be presented with a coupon with a discount code. That discount code you will use to book the trip. So you will go into our booking page and you will select, you'll put in that promo code that will be provided to you, but you have to be a member first in order to get that code so that you get your $200 off. You also have access to our private online community with exclusive content for members only. You also get access to surprise travel boxes and welcome kits for our top tier members. And we do offer a really special perk for referrals. So if you refer anyone, friends, family, coworkers, the cashier at your local grocery store, anyone that you share Black Travelers International with, and they successfully book with us, meaning that they have paid off their trip, you do get a $100 credit that you can use for any future trips. And there's no limit to how many referrals you can get. So refer everyone and anyone. You also get members only promos for add-ons and options. So if you're a part of our newsletter, you will get to see firsthand any promos that we have that we're offering. But if you're part of our membership, you get even earlier access to those promos. And we have special promos just for our members. You also get spotlight features for members in our community newsletter, social media, or travel blog. So it's a great way for you to network and get your business or anything that you have going on at the moment that you wanted to share with the mass variety of people. It's a great way for you to do that. How it works is you become a member, you choose your next destination, and you receive your $200 credit and gear up because your adventure begins. And the price for that is $199 for the year. Per year, I'm sorry. $199 per year. Our requirements for Ghana include our U.S. passport that's valid for 6 months past your return date, a yellow fever vaccination that must be taken at least 10 days before you arrive, and that's for U.S. passport holders. If you're originating or transitioning through a WHO-designated yellow fever country, you may be required to have a yellow fever vaccination. Malaria protection is highly encouraged but not required. And there is a visa that is required for U.S. passport holders to enter into Ghana. So you need your passport, your yellow fever vaccination, and a visa. If you are traveling outside of from the U.S., you don't have a U.S. passport, you will need to consult with your local embassy to see what their specific Ghana requirements are for entry. For Togo and Benin entry, you do need a visa that's required for both Togo and Benin, and then you also need 2 additional blank visa pages. So you need an entry e-visa for Benin and then also an entry visa for Togo. And do keep in mind that these are 2 separate entry requirements. So the entry requirements that you need for Ghana is different from what you need from Togo and Benin. Okay, so 2 separate requirements. If you're ready to book, because you've gotten all the details, all the information that you need, all of our booking can be completed directly on our website. I did provide our website link on our in the chat, so you can go ahead and head over to our website for more information as well as to book. And if you're watching, it's www.blacktravelersint.com. Our terms and conditions and travel waiver are both listed on our website as well, and all trips are non-refundable and non-transferable. So we do require that, we do suggest that you get a cancel for any reason travel insurance to protect your investment, because we understand that life happens and we want to make sure that your investment is protected. But do keep in mind that this insurance must be purchased within just a few days of making your first deposit. Payments will be automatically deducted based on the method of payment that is indicated in your account. You'll be able to make those partial payments at any time before the payment final due date is, and as well as any add-ons that can be added at a later date before the final payment due date. Please keep in mind that finalized itineraries will be delivered within 30 to 60 days before the trip departs. Tertia, you had a question?
Yes, sorry. I just have one clarification. So you would need a separate visa for Ghana, Togo, and Benin. So it's 3 separate countries, 3 separate visas. So for all 3 countries, you can obtain those visas online. Ghana's just changed their visa requirements, where before you had to send in your passport. Now you can apply for it online. It usually takes about 72 hours. Togo is pretty fast as well as Benin, but it's 3 different visas for 3 different countries. Okay.
Thank you for that clarification. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
All right. So let's talk communication. Email is our main communication channel. So any official updates, confirmations, trip details, Zoom call details, payment deadlines, packing guidances, or any optional excursion information will all be sent via email. So please make sure that you whitelist our email so that we're not in your spam folder, because you'll be responsible for staying up to date with your email, just to make sure that any changes that may be made or any new information that's presented, that you receive it. So please make sure that you whitelist us so that we're not in your spam, but make sure that you check your emails very consistently. And again, we'll be visiting Ghana, Togo, and Benin on October 22nd to November 2nd of 2027. So you have lots of time to plan. So we do have some FAQs. All right, so do you need a passport? Yes, you do need a valid U.S. passport that is required and should be valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. And your US passport must have several blank visa pages for entry stamps because you do need entry for Ghana, Togo, and Benin. Do you need visa? Yes, you do need visas. Like Tarsha mentioned, you'll need three separate visas, one for Ghana, one for Togo, one for Benin. And we do provide some guidances through the visa application process. We cannot apply for the visa for you, but we'll let you know as far as timing is concerned, how soon you need to send it in and other details like that. So we do provide assistance or some guidance on the process. Is airfare included? No, this is a land-only package, so you are responsible for purchasing your own international airfare coming into Ghana and out of Benin. What airport should you fly into? You're flying into Ghana, so into Accra, and that airport code is ACC, and then you're flying out of Cotonou, which is the airport code COO. Are airport transfers included? Yes. We do provide complimentary group airport transfers for arrivals and departure dates. If you do need transfers outside of those dates, outside of the October 22nd to November 2nd, then we can help to assist you with finding transportation with the hotels, but it would be an additional cost. Is this trip suitable for first-time visitors to Africa? So if this is your first time, no problem at all. It's actually great that you want to go with Black Travelers International because we provide a walkthrough of through every single process. So this is a great time for you to be able to visit because we have a walkthrough through every step of the way, from visa to providing a very detailed itinerary and really providing a luxury experience. What country will we visit? So this journey does include Ghana, Togo, and Benin, and you'll experience three unique cultures while traveling comfortably with a Black Travelers International host. How will you travel between the countries? So we'll travel in private air-conditioned motor coaches, and we'll cross the borders together as a group with assistance from our local guides. So we will have an English-speaking guide that'll be there to help guide us on all of our tours. How physically demanding is this tour? Great question. This tour does require a moderate level of activity. So travelers should be comfortable with walking on uneven streets, visiting the historic sites that have stairs, standing during those guided tours, having occasionally long travel days between the destinations, and you should be in comfortable walking shoes because we highly recommend we'll have a lot of walking. What is the weather like? You can expect warm tropical weather during this journey. Although we're visiting in October, you can expect the weather between 75 to 90 degrees. So pack something lightweight, breathable, lots of sunscreen, sunglasses, and a hat to protect your face and head. What currency is used? The country does use, the countries do use the Ghanaian CD in Ghana. In Togo and in Benin, they use the CFA franc. Is roommate matching available or guaranteed? I'm sorry. No. So roommate matching is not guaranteed. It is offered as a courtesy and it is based on availability. If a roommate is not available, then the travelers are responsible for upgrading to the single supplement. What is our typical group size? Our tours are intentionally designed for small group experiences to provide personalized service and meaningful connections with our fellow travelers. What kind of accommodations can you expect? Great question. Because we provide a luxury experience, you can expect to stay in 4 to 5 star hotels that offer excellent service and convenient locations throughout Ghana, Togo, and Benin in those areas. Will there be shopping opportunities? Absolutely, because what's a trip without shopping? All right. Do we have any questions? You can raise your hand or you can put a question in the chat if you have any questions. And while we wait for questions, I will go ahead and pull up our page so you can see just how easy it is to book. Put a question in the chat or you can. Is there native language in Benin French or is there another language? So they mostly speak English, but we do have, but yes, they do also speak French. Like for example, two of the hotels that we'll be staying at are French based. All right, we have a question. Tarsha, you can come off mute.
Okay, just to clarify, so yes, Benin and Togo is mostly French. We do have a local guide who speaks multiple languages. So when we're going through those countries, we have someone that can translate. They do speak English, mostly in the touristy areas, but French is the main language. They were conquered by the French. And the other question is, are we having the naming ceremony? Yes. So for this tour, we usually have the naming ceremony in Cape Coast, but the naming ceremony is included in all our tours.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much, Tarsha. Great questions. Keep them coming. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. And I'm going to share my screen one more time so that we can see just how easy it is to book. Once you can see my screen, can you give me a thumbs up? You can put it in the chat or you can do your reaction. You can give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you, Tanisha. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So once you go to our website, the link was put directly in the chat. It'll at the bottom of the page, you'll see the booking page. And so here is where you will book for the 2027 Ghana, Togo, and Benin trip. And here you'll select double or single occupancy. Once you select, let's say, double occupancy, it'll populate the rate. If you need to change it to single, it will populate with the supplement for single. So let's say that you do have your roommate. Down here, it will populate with the payment plan options. You have the option to choose a single payment if you want to pay in full, but you also have the option to select a payment plan. As of right now, you have 13 payments that you can do. With that being the lowest amount is 13. If you wanted to do a higher amount, you can do like 5 payments, 1 payment, etc. But that does not include your deposit. So for example, if you choose you want to do 5 payments, your 5 payments will be of $1,181.50. But then you have your deposit that's due today of $1,042.50. And then you have 5 payments after that. And so that will be 5 in the following 5 months. Same thing for if you chose 11 payments. What's due today would be $250.01. And then for the following 11 months, leading up to June 4th to 14th of 2027, you would owe $609.09, and that will be automatically deducted by the card that you choose that you pay with your deposit. If you do need to update your card at any time between now and your final payment, you have the opportunity to do so. So no worries if your card happens to expire or anything like that. You'll have access to our payment portal. So you'll be able to go in and update your card so that it can continue with your payments. Once you have selected your payment plan option, you'll put in your name and address, etc., and your contact information. You'll agree to our terms and conditions and our travel waiver. and agreeing that our payments are non-refundable and non-transferable. Once you put in your card information, then you are booked for our 2027 to Ghana, Togo, and Benin trip. And it is just that easy. Tarsha, did you have another question? I see that your hand is still up. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. No, maybe not. Do we have any other questions in the chat or anyone else like to raise their hand and come off mute? All right. Well, looks like we don't have any further questions. If you do think of any questions, feel free to reach out to us at our support line. That's support@blacktravelersint.com. You can also reach out to us on our support line. It's a 1888 number that's listed at the top of our website as well. We look forward to traveling with you in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. Oh, we have someone else that has a question. Ingrid, do you have a question before we go?
Yes. Are there a lot of people already signed up? I know I've already signed up last month.
Yay! Well, we are very happy that you have signed up with us. So we do have people that have signed up. We are constantly getting, this is a very popular trip, so we do have people that have been signing up because we did also have a promo last month as well. So we got quite a few registrations from there.
That's when I signed up.
Awesome. That's what we love to hear.
And I know you can get a waiver for the yellow fever. I'm asking
Hmm.
because this year I'm going to Thailand, which also
Great.
recovers the yellow fever, so I don't want to get it twice.
Right. Yes. So you just need a note from your doctor, your physician with the waiver. Yep, they'll fill out the waiver for you.
And do they take US dollars or do you recommend we exchange?
You'll exchange there.
Okay.
We do also recommend they goodness. Um Visa and MasterCard are widely accepted. So if you want to ensure that you have enough, I would suggest, yes, exchanging your money, but also for cash. And also, I always travel with a card just to make sure that, I don't have a whole lot of cash on me. But if you're open to that, that's a great opportunity because Visa and West and MasterCard are widely accepted. Amex is not as widely accepted globally. So Visa and MasterCard are safer, but yes, you can exchange your money for the CD or the franc when you get there.
Okay. Let's see. And I put in for a roommate, so hopefully I won't have any problems getting one.
Fingers crossed for you.
They're
We
claws,
do have some time, so
right?
yes. So also you can look in the group in our Facebook group if you are you a member of our community on
Uh-huh.
Facebook? Perfect. So you can always put a message in there just to kind of see if there's anyone that's interested in going to Ghana, Togo, and Benin for 2027 and is looking for a roommate. That's a good way to gauge.
Good idea. Didn't think of that.
Yes.
And will we have the seamstress? I know I saw it on so many other trips.
I'm
On the
sorry, say that
first
one
day,
more time.
the seamstress to like get make and have an outfit made.
That
I
is
know
a
I
great
saw them on so many
question.
other trips.
Yes. Tarsha, would you be able to assist with that question for making the Ghana attire? I will find out for you, okay, Ingrid?
Okay,
Okay. And we'll send
that
a
was it.
message. We'll send you an email
Okay,
with that
thank
answer.
you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Do we have any, you guys have great questions. Do we have any other questions? All right. If you guys think of anything else, feel free to give us an email or a call at our support line, and someone from our team will be happy to assist. But we look forward to seeing you in Ghana, Togo, and Benin for next year. Have a wonderful evening and have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.